Hello there, Star Wars fans, and welcome back to another RebelScum.com video review. Today's video is sponsored by our good friends at BYO Lightsabers, the family who brought you the Ripper blades. And for those of you who are in the lightsaber community, that name should sound very familiar. Today, they sent us this awesome little lightsaber. This is kind of one of the base models of something you can put together yourself on their website, which is BYOLightsaber.com. And I had to go with the rose gold because it kind of looks like purple. Now, I feel like on camera, it's coming across a little bit more as a silver than rose gold. And in this light, to me, it looks more lavender than it looks rose gold to me. But this is a very nice, clean, basic hilt. When we started talking about showing off some of their lightsabers on RebelScum.com, I said, well, put me together something that's just plain, regular. And then they were like, here, how about this one? I was like, that's cool. But what about that other color? And they're like, well, we don't have that in that color, but we have this one in that color. And I'm like, perfect. Let's go with that one because I love the color purple. And this looks so cool. Now, you can get this hilt as it is on their website by piecing it together, like I said, with some of the pieces. And what I mean by that is BYO, Build Your Own Lightsaber. When you go to their website or you find them at a convention, you can either buy pre-put together hilts, some of them based off of famous hilts from a galaxy far, far away, and some of them based off of their own designs. And you can get the bottom piece, which this is a dual coupling. So if you have a couple of these or you wanted to build your own custom dual blade, you can very easily do that, which I really like. So you have this piece right here, the hilt, or main part of the hilt, or grip part of the hilt. So you have this piece, which is its own piece. And you can also mix and match different colors, guys. There's gold available, there's silver, there's black, there's dark gray, there's red, there's blue, there's bright dark purple. There's all kinds of different pieces and all kinds of different colors on BYOLightsaber.com. And then if you unhook all this bit, you can take out the inner electronic sleeve, and that's pretty much as far as I guess I can disassemble this piece. So this upper part of the tube with the emitter is all one piece rather than have a unscrewable emitter. Now, some of them I think do have unscrewable emitters. It looks like this one just doesn't. But as you can see, it's got a nice rechargeable battery right here. One of the other cool features is BYO allows for in-house customization, meaning in your house customization, and they even give you some of the materials necessary to do that for yourself. For example, the sound fonts and stuff is on a little micro SD card here. They will tell you, especially if you meet them in person, which you can at Rebel Scum Con 2024, by the way, take this micro SD card out, plug it into some kind of computer device where you have a program where you can do some adding of some sound files on here. Now, I don't specifically know how to do it. Some more talented folks than I do. And maybe, just maybe, if you attend Rebel Scum Con 2024, you'll get to hear BYO explain the process of how to do all of just that for you, or reach out to them on social media and see if they can answer some of those questions for you. You also, in your nice little box here that I got, you get a manual on how to not only interact, but to do some of those things I mentioned, including, I believe, programming. I want to say that's on here too. Let's see. Connecting, control, customization. Yeah, I'm pretty sure some of that breakdown's in here. So you get this little booklet with your BYO saber. It even shows you how to interact with the app control feature that this thing has, which we will also be going over in this video. You get a little thumb drive that you can also use to plug your micro SD into and do some programming if you like. So they also give you the thumb drive adapter to use on the micro SD, and it's sealed. This is a brand new sealed piece right here, which that's very nice. You get some spare little screws in case you lose one by loosening one of your Allen screws here a little too much. Maybe it falls out. And you get your own little USB to USB-C charger because this does charge via USB-C port. So if you have a USB-C charger lying around that you really like, just use that one. It should work just fine. I've had this one charging on other USB-C cables. I haven't even had to break this one out yet, but it's nice to have a spare cable in case I need that later or in case one of my other ones is taken up. All right, let's get our saber put back together real quick. Last but not least, you of course get a little Allen key so you can loosen and tighten the things you need to loosen and tighten when you're taking in or out the blade or maybe swapping out some other pieces. You also get your lightsaber blade, which is very unique compared to other lightsaber blades I've handled in the past, such as blades you just essentially stick in the tube and then the light is just shown up through the bottom of the tube. Of course, there's versions where there's just like strips of LEDs going through the tube. This is not one of those. This tube is filled with lights, of course, yes, but it's not just a plug and play type thing. It's got a very unique plug-in port where you can kind of see that stuff a little bit. And it's really cool how it interacts. Now, you don't have to stick it in a specific way, but you stick it in all the way to the bottom to where it's just there. It's nice and snug. You can tell it's in where it's supposed to be. And then you take your Allen key here and you just tighten it. Now, you don't want to get it too tight. You don't want to over tighten it and risk damaging the blade itself or cause the Allen keys here or Allen screws to screw into the blade a little bit, which can happen due to over tightening, or cause a crack or break in the blade, which can also happen. So once you get that in there, we're going to hold our little button right here, which I really like the button symbol on the activator button for their sabers, especially just their regular ones, where it's the Republic cog, which I really like. Very fitting. Power on. You have a nice little lady on board. And then I'm just going to, without touching the button, right here, as you can see, I'm just going to turn on the lightsaber using the force here. I'm going to keep my fingers away from the button. That's pretty cool. Nice light up effect with a nice light up sound. I like the sputtering at first, and that's a specific light up behavior of the lightsaber that is programmed to it. And there are several different ones. And honestly, if you want to get the full experience of playing with all of those different ones, there's ways to do it on the hilt itself without the additional app control that you can do. But I recommend playing with it in the app control, because when I show you in the app control, when I start spinning that wheel of how many different unique ones there are, it's going to be really difficult to find all the different ones without it, if that makes sense. But anyway, this is the one I chose. I really like the sound profile on it. Love the bright teal. Now, I set this color myself. That's the other really cool thing about BYO sabers, is every single one of their lightsabers has the color changing and behavioral changing capabilities built into them right in. And this saber you can put together yourself on their website right now for under $200. All of those awesome bells, whistles, and features that 10 years ago in the lightsaber industry would have cost you almost $1,000 for that kind of internal customization and play is now very, very affordable. And BYO is one of the few lightsaber companies out there making it as affordable as possible. Now, for the app control and those customizable settings that I mentioned, what you want to do is you want to go to your app store and you want to look for an app called Xeno Configurator. You want to download that app, install it onto your device, open it up, of course, and then you're going to turn on your Bluetooth if you haven't already, because the app connects to the Saber via Bluetooth. So once you do that, you're going to have the app open like so. You're going to click Connect Saber. It's going to search, which we found our Saber, and once it connects, the lightsaber will tell you,
app connected,
just like that. And once you're connected, once you've found your Saber, it'll give you the readout of how much battery life is left in your lightsaber. And I've got right at 66 battery life, so I can't ever charge or play with this thing ever again. It's just going to have to stay at 66% forever because that's a magic Star Wars number. And one of the other cool things you can do is you can also adjust the volume setting on the Saber through the app, which is super cool. So you can turn it all the way up.
volume level 100%.
Which is pretty loud. Or you can have it
Level 8%.
really quiet, which is another really cool option. I should probably put it back up a little bit so y'all can hear it good.
Volume level 45%.
Very cool. Now, you can also set cool little light effects to your lightsaber right here down below, aside from just selecting the different font type, which I technically have mine set on the first, which is that sputtering and then, you know, light up. Now, there's other ones like 2,
New Horizon.
which they call New Horizon, which is actually the Ray. That one I specifically know is the Ray. I'm not sure which one the Chosen is, because I don't remember somebody, at least on screen in Star Wars, having a sputtering light up effect like that, which was kind of interesting. It was cool. It's kind of interesting though. But here's the Ray one. I forgot I changed the saber color on that too. I also like purple, in case you can't tell. That was a lot. I'm sorry for those of you who are sensitive to flashing lights. Let's see, number 3 is...
The Dark Sword.
which should be the dark saber specifically. Which comes out more as a pulsing bright white, as you can see, which, if you can't tell from the video, if it's not coming across, which looking at it, it looks like it is. This is mega bright. Just like in Jedi Fallen Order and Jedi Survivor, when you're using your own lightsaber as a flashlight, which is a great use, by the way. I mean, yeah, these lightsabers especially, great for that because super, super bright. What else do we got? There are so many options, guys. So many options. Look, there's the wheel. 34 different ones. Now, the last one, and this is because one of them's a really big Saber Moon fan, and there is a Sailor Moon inspired hilt. So every single one of their hilts has this behavior too. For those of you who would like it. I know it's not for everybody, but if you like it, this is an option you can do. Like I said, if you like it, it's an option you can do. I feel like my outfit probably changed there for a brief moment. You know, maybe it did, maybe it didn't, but it kind of felt like it did for a moment there. Now, to show you the color changing that you can do on any one of these, by the way, it doesn't matter if it's a typical light side character, lightsaber behavior, dark side character, somewhere in the middle, or one of the cool little fan fun-made looking ones that they put in here. You can change the colors. What did she say?
The champion, the Dark Lord Revisited.
Dark Lord Revisited. That sounds interesting. You can change the color on any of them. Ooh, I like that. That's nice, bright red. It's kind of coming across a little bit more orange on screen, but in person, it's actually looking pretty nice light red. What's really cool is, and I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but one of the behaviors of this lightsaber font specifically is there is pulsing within the blade. There are bright white pops that you'll see at various points and intervals. Now, it's not like that bright white pop is sitting and sliding all the way up the blade of the hilt. It just pops in a few different sporadic moments because that's behavior. That's the nature of this lightsaber, the kyber crystal that was bled by the Dark Lord who bled it. Something tells me this was probably one of the Vader ones, or maybe Palpatine, since it said Dark Lord Revisited. Let me try that ignition again. Yeah, it's probably Vader. Yeah. But, like I said, Dark Lord of the Sith, Force User of the Jedi, doesn't matter. Click Color Palette, and then at that point, you have a color wheel where you can manually move the cursor around on the color wheel and set it to your color preference. Now, there's also little sliders that can help you get there too. If you get close on the wheel, the sliders can help you get a little bit more precise with that color you're trying to reach with whichever lightsaber blade color you want to go with for the font that you have set on your saber. Now, it will remember and save those colors. So while I had this one set to blue, even though that's not the default, if I go back to font select and scroll all the way to another one that I've had it set, as you can see, it remembers that color I set. And if I go all the way back over to the Dark Lord Revisited, like I showed a moment ago, it'll go back to that same lightsaber sound, behavior, and color, which is really, really cool. One of the really cool things about BYO that I think sets them apart from some of the other lightsaber companies out there is the fact that pretty much everything about this saber, from the pieces that go onto it to the sound files and colors that are in it, is completely customizable to the user. And for the price you're paying, that's pretty incredible. And I can't wait for you guys to get to meet them at the first official Rebel Scum Con this summer, June 27th through the 30th at the Allen Convention Center in Allen, Texas. Go to rebelscumconventions.com. Once again, that's rebelscumconventions.com to book your experience at Rebel Scum Con today. Meet BYO Lightsaber in person, and maybe, just maybe, there'll even be some special programming and panel content with BYO Lightsaber at Rebel Scum Con. Well, you'll get to learn all about the process of making lightsabers and all the love that went into BYO. Guys, check them out. BYOLightsaber.com. Put together your custom saber today. Build it yourself. Pick all the little pieces out that you like. And something tells me by the time you receive it, not only will you have your very own lightsaber, but you'll have a lightsaber that's an extension of yourself. And that's something pretty special. Guys, thank you so much for tuning into today's review featuring a lightsaber sent to us by our good friends at BYO Lightsaber. If you haven't been to BYOLightsaber.com, we encourage you to check it out. Put together a lightsaber that's very much an extension of yourself, or meet them in person at Rebel Scum Con 2024 and put it together in person yourself. Or pick out one of the other awesome pre-put together lightsaber hilts that they will have available to offer at Rebel Scum Con 2024. To stay tuned for more reviews like this one, make sure you like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on social media, and check the main website, rebelscum.com, daily for all kinds of daily Star Wars toys, news, reviews, and more when it comes to Star Wars fan content. In that same vein, make sure you check out our sister website, CoolToyReview.com, which is our website for basically everything else that's not Star Wars toy news, where there's all kinds of daily non-Star Wars toy news, reviews, and other non-Star Wars fan toy-related content. And like and subscribe to the Cool Toy Review YouTube channel for those video reviews there. If you haven't checked out Rebel Scum Con yet, make sure you go to Rebel Scum Conventions with an S.com. Once again, that's Rebel Scum Conventions.com today, so that you can book your experience or get better informed to book your experience for Rebel Scum Con 2024. This year is shaping up to be really, really huge. We have some more really awesome guests to announce on the horizon. A few other contracts went out very, very recently. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll have even more exciting Star Wars special guests for you. And we already have a ton. There's so many awesome and great Star Wars talented people coming to Rebel Scum Con 2024. So make sure you don't miss out on year one, because it's shaping up to be a great one. If you're looking for some awesome Star Wars toys, collectibles, and other merch, check out Order 66 Toys, the world's official all-collectible Star Wars collectible store, located in Order 66 Multiverse, and the shop's at Willow Bend Mall in Plano, Texas. You can check out their store and see all kinds of awesome in-person Star Wars toys and collectibles, or if you're not local or not in town, you can check out the Order 66 Toys Friday night live sale that they host every single week at 7 p.m. Central Time on the Order 66 Toys Facebook page, and they ship all around the world. Last but not least, check out our free archival website, collectorsoracle.com. Now, we don't have lightsabers like this archived on collectorsoracle.com, but we do have a bunch of role-play lightsabers from Hasbro, such as the Master Replica and Black Series Force Effects lightsabers archived on there, where you can mark them in your collection if you have them in your collection, mark them in your want list in case you want them in your collection at some point in the future, share those lists with friends, family, and social media alike. And the best part is, Collector's Oracle is all absolutely free to use. We'll see you guys later. We'll see you another time. May the Force be with all of you, you Rebel Scum.